Hi, everyone, and welcome to episode 73 of the Essential Zodiac Podcast. I'm your host, Cynthia McNulty.
And I'm Audrey Fannin.
Today we'll be talking about the full moon in Aries. But first, be sure to check out all the specials I have on my website. For all you October babies, now is the time to order your solar return. All the information you need is on my website under current promotions. I have some new Astro Tarot spreads for the autumn season and a happiness spell bottle to get you through the coming dark days of autumn-wintertide until spring arrives again. And so now we have the Aries Full Moon, which charges up our emotions. But for the sake of getting us to take action, our emotions can motivate us to make decisions, finalize plans, and take the initiative with something. We can feel more willing to do what we need to do and don't want to wait. We can work quickly, so we do have to make sure we're not being impatient and impulsive. Otherwise, we may create problems. Aries is a highly energetic sign. So when charged up emotionally, this can mean we're more likely to get into fights, are more argumentative, and quick to lash out when upset. This doesn't help us, though, so we have to keep that under control. On the flip side, this can be helpful energy for finding the assertive energy that has been lacking. So if you have needed to make a stand or speak your mind, take the energy that the full moon in Aries is sending out there and use it to your advantage. With Aries being the first sign of the zodiac and full moons being times of endings, this can be a time where we see the end of the beginning or the beginning of the end with something in our lives. So be prepared for that. It might not be something you necessarily want, but it's more than likely something you definitely need. This moon is square, which is a challenging aspect, with transiting Mars in Cancer. And Mars is the natural ruler of Aries. So this does add to the argumentative and quick to fight energy. Mars in Cancer is interesting because Cancer being a water sign, very motherly energy, very nurturing energy, does not play well with Mars. Mars, planet of action, just wants to go, 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 and can be quick to anger, where Cancer is not. So you're going to have a lot of push-pull in your feelings for the next 2 weeks until the new moon comes around. We have to make sure we're not being hotheads, not rushing to the worst of outcomes, and not giving in to violence, since this can be violent energy. We have to be smart with our actions and choices. We'd benefit from having healthy outlets for frustration to help keep this under control. So for those of you out there who do yoga, meditation, exercise, whatever, maybe take a few extra minutes or days, add an extra day to your workout routine to get rid of all the maybe frustration that you might be feeling. So that's always good to do. And now I'm going to take a short break, and when I come back, we will have the horoscopes for this Aries full moon.
The holidays are right around the corner, with Halloween or Samhain just a week and a half or so away. So it's not too soon to start making plans for gifts. So if you're moaning out there, I hear you. I like to start ordering those things now, so it's not such a budget crunch at the end of the year. So this is an invitation to you to visit EssentialZodiac.com to check out Cynthia's services and promotions. Who wouldn't love a happiness spell bottle, right? A professional natal chart is a great place to start, but you can also order a gift certificate if you're not sure what they'd love best. Back to you, Cindy.
Thanks, Audrey. Yes, gift certificates are always fun, so definitely think about that. especially for your hard-to-buy-for friends and family. So now on to our horoscopes. So Aries. It's nice to be important, Aries, but at this full moon, it might be more important to be nice. After all, there's more than just your own reputation to think about right now. Your actions are also reflecting on some of your closest associates, so consider the potential impact on them before doing anything brash. Taurus. Just when you've perfected the balance in your life, Taurus, something comes along to upset the apple cart. As frustrating as this is, though, try not to sweat it too much. It's just this full moon's way of reminding you that discord and dissonance are as much a part of life as peace and harmony are. Gemini. Creative differences have been the demise of many artistic collaborations. And at this full moon, Gemini, a group effort you've been involved with seems headed for a similar fate. Still, it might not be too late to get everyone on the same page, as long as someone, you, steps up and takes the lead. Cancer. To feel at peace within yourself, you sometimes have to disturb the peace, to risk putting yourself out there and taking a stand for what you feel is fair and right. And Cancer, this full moon could be one of those crucial moments for you. Just make sure to pick your battles wisely. Leo. All's fair in love and war, Leo. Still, at this full moon, you may be shocked to realize how ruthlessly self-interested some people can be. It may be worth investigating, though, why this makes you so hot and bothered. Perhaps the real issue is that you need to fight harder for yourself. Virgo. Much like the Lannisters on Game of Thrones, Virgo, you always pay your debts. And nothing makes you madder at this full moon than others not honoring their debts to you. But don't let your resentment keep building up over unpaid loans, unreturned favors, or unkept promises. Instead, try giving them a gentle reminder. Libra. That's okay. I understand. At this full moon, Libra, you shouldn't utter these words unless you really mean them. If someone else's selfish or inconsiderate actions are negatively impacting your life right now, you have a right to call them out on it. Pretending that everything is fine isn't fair to you or them. Scorpio. Anger can be power. Do you know that you can use it? At this full moon, Scorpio, channel your inner punk rocker and take your cues from the Clash. The anger you've been holding in is demanding to be expressed. But don't just take it out on others. Find something practical and purposeful to do with it. Sagittarius. No risk, no reward, Sagittarius. If you've been playing it safe lately, this full moon can entice you to take some bigger, bolder chances. Still, you don't want to gamble too much right now, especially not with your health, safety, or future. Before going all in, take stock of the potential gains and losses. Capricorn. From one extreme to the other, Capricorn, that's how life seems to be going at this full moon. But you don't have to let it drive you to extremes. While you may not have much control over external circumstances right now, you can choose to respond to the chaos in a balanced, reasonable way. Aquarius. What does your wise mind say, Aquarius? At this full moon, the contrast can be quite jarring between what you understand on an intellectual level and what your gut instincts and knee-jerk reactions are telling you. But the truth is likely somewhere in the middle, where emotions harmonize with logic and reason. Pisces. In romantic and business partnerships alike, money can be a major source of strife. But Pisces, it doesn't have to be this way. If you and your partner have been disagreeing about how to manage shared resources, this full moon is a time to reconnect with your shared values and vision. So that ends today's episode. Our next episode is about the new moon in Scorpio. That episode will air on November 1st. I hope you tune in. And remember, with astrology, you can chart your life's course.
Thanks for joining us for today's episode of the Essential Zodiac Podcast. If you have a question about astrology you'd like Cynthia to discuss on an upcoming episode, we have several ways to get in touch. You can send an email to ezpodcast@yahoo.com. That's the letter E, the letter Z, podcast@yahoo.com. You can ask on Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter, or you can fill out the Contact Us form at essentialzodiac.com. And while you're on the website, we hope you'll take a moment to check out Cynthia's services and current promotions and sign up for the monthly Skywatch Journal to stay up to date on upcoming lunar and celestial events.